Three, two, one. Hey, everybody, this is Victor. I am here with Tamra and Sebastian. They're students of mine in my program, and we're going to be talking about their real estate journey, how they went from working full time to their first 30K net profit flip. So, how are you guys doing?
We're doing good.
Very
How are
good,
you?
very good.
I'm good. I'm good. I was hoping we'd get video on this one. Unfortunately, we tried to do the video and it was like choppy and robotic, and I couldn't really understand you. So that's why it's kind of dark, right now between us. But definitely wanted to
Yeah.
like share your guys' story. You've made a ton of progress. You've been with me like a couple months now, and just like want to share your story and inspire others because you guys actually bought your first flip here, like in the middle of renovation and all that good stuff. So
Yeah.
that in mind, like before we get into the deal, I'd love to hear about that. Like, what's your guys' background?
So I'm Tamra, and actually I've been a hairstylist for the past 17 years. Um, and Sebastian.
Um, I've been in construction and oil field for the past 20 years. Yeah,
Nice.
things
And
like that.
for the last couple years, we've been talking about, how cool it would be to eventually, buy homes and flip them. And, we just always kind of talked about it. Then we started researching about it. Then we were just kind of like, we've been talking about it too long, like, let's get a little more serious. So
Mm-hmm.
I came across Victor's program and we were kind of, you know, should we do this? Should we not? Like, if we're going to do this, let's go all in. And
Mm.
next thing you know, we're in his program. And a couple months later, we got our first deal.
Yeah. I thought we were going to get it done in an hour like HGTV, but it's going to take a little longer, I guess.
It'll take a little bit longer, but I think it'll be definitely worth it. Especially, I know we're talking about potential net profit like 30K. Like that's life changing money. That's good money.
Oh,
Oh,
You
yes.
guys have definitely earned it, especially once this is wrapped up. I want to rewind it back a little bit. So you guys have been trying to get into real estate for a couple of years now. Like what initially like interested you in the real estate? Like why real estate? Why make that journey?
Well, honestly, I mean, it all started from watching, I guess, HGTV, I guess you would say, and just how simple it looked and like, oh my gosh. And then you see these couples on there doing it. And I'm like, babe, we can do this too. And just the artsy stuff behind it, the construction, like he's into construction. And I feel like I have an eye for that,
Mm.
what looks good, color schemes or whatnot. And so that kind of inspired us. And then just looking at other people doing it live online or through your program and stuff too, I'm just like, this is so doable. Like, let's do it.
Yeah.
So
The numbers, the money,
Yeah.
and then the market, it's always going to be there. Someone's always going to have somewhere to live. So it's always going to have to be there.
Yeah,
And then the
exactly.
amount of work you can put in and the amount of money you can make in a short time is like, it's a no-brainer.
Exactly. No, I like it. Yeah, you can, make a profit. You can also help people out in the meantime, which is always good there. Okay. And then like before y'all joined the program, I know it's been a couple of years, like you guys wanted to get into it. What were some of the things like you guys struggled with before joining the program? Like what were some of the hurdles?
number one would be, so we thought was the money.
Mhm.
And two, just the whole process of it, not going into it and not knowing exactly the steps or the process, or doing things backwards, or we should have done this first. So a lot of just
And everything,
not
where to
being
start.
educated on it. And what it comes down to is just doing it. We had to just tell ourselves the only way we're going to do it is if we do it. Whether we know all the answers or not, we'll learn them along the way. So,
No, that's a good way of looking at it. Okay, so like the plan, the money, yeah, I think that holds a lot of people back, those things especially. Okay, so then you joined the program, and you guys now have a deal, which is exciting. Yeah, I'd love to hear about like what can you tell me about the deal? How did you guys get it? What are the numbers if you guys are comfortable sharing with it? Yeah, like would love to hear the details.
so as far as the deal, I got it off of Facebook Marketplace. I started following a local networking page that we have here for entrepreneurs and whatnot. And somebody had posted a property, and I messaged him right away. I was interested because, of course, anything that goes online, it can be spoken for in like seconds.
Mm-hmm.
So I talked to him, and then the next thing you know, we had made a deal, and I was in contract like within the same day. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is really happening.
Yeah.
So it was, Facebook, and that property was actually under contract, and I guess the buyer backed out because something on the other end was taking too long. So he just decided not to go through with the deal. And so when they put it back on, we kind of jumped on it, and we tried to negotiate a little bit but with the market right now, it's just like, it is what it is. Do you want it or not? Mm-hmm. And all in all, it was a good deal. Like, we bought the property for $32,500. The renovations, we're looking at 30 to 35 max, and that's with some cushion room. And for the comps around there, it could be from 1 to 120. So
yeah.
Or it was 90.
Yeah, 90. The least I know.
Yeah, the least that we could sell in that area was 90.
And 30 is just on the high end of what it's going to cost to renovate. It's on the very, very high end. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I bet we save at least 10 of that. But that's just worst case scenario, projecting it. And then if we sold it for the least amount, 90, we'd pocket 30.
Yeah, so going with the numbers and the least amount of selling it, we would still profit the 30. So we're playing it safe. We don't want to get too ahead of ourselves, but there is potential to make more than the 30 on this property.
That'd be huge. No, that'd be huge. And I think on this one, you guys were saying like, hey, we're even willing to do some of the work yourself, so that, just like Sebastian was saying, that 30 might be a little bit less. So if you guys can do the painting or the flooring or some other work, like, that saves a lot of money.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like that 90 to 120, because I think you guys can definitely hire, because once you guys are done with it, it's going to be really nice and, really pop in terms of the property. So I think really 90 is really, really, really conservative.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
Yeah, we're going with the most in renovations and the lowest in selling, and that should be our projection, but it may be more.
Yeah, no, exciting stuff. I do want to mention, so you guys, like, where you are at the process, just so everyone's on the same page and everyone listening as well. Like, so you bought the property, like, you're still working through the renovation. So this is like potential profit, projected profit, just so everyone's clear. But okay, cool. Well, how do you guys feel about the entire process? Like, how has this like inspired you for future deals and like future, real estate transactions? Like, how are you guys feeling about it overall?
I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm excited too. Like, I catch myself just thinking about it all the time, and like our next step, and like, it's exciting to see, like, we made it through the hardest part, which was finding the deal, and now it's just
doing the work.
And yeah, it's go time.
Yeah. I'm not even looking at it as like, oh my God, now I get out of work at 5 and I got to go over here and work there till 11 o'clock at night trying to fix it. Like, I'm excited to be like, man, now I get to go over here and fix this up, because I know what the payoff is going to be. It's going to have a big reward at the end.
Wow.
Yes.
That's huge. And yeah, just having that money, and then that, let's say you guys pocket 30, 40K, like, that really sets you up really well for your next deal. Like, and then your next one, and then your next one. And then I know we've talked about it a lot, but like, your first one's your hardest. And like, you guys are going to really feel that momentum after this. It's like, oh, damn, number 2 is even easier. Oh, number 3 was even easier. It becomes
Yes.
It's exciting.
Yes. That's it. Just keep going.
Exactly. I mean, with that in mind, like, would you recommend others work with me as well?
Oh yeah, for sure. Actually, the wholesaler that sold us this house, I think he follows some kind of mentor thing as well, and I had mentioned you, and he was going to check you out. But everybody that we talked to, we mentioned Victor and his program, and just, I love how you're available, and anytime we have questions, you're there. So, and just even when we don't have questions just yet, you're checking in with us, and just checking to see how we're going and things like that, which that gives us some peace of mind too, is just knowing that you're going to be there.
Yeah, I like the breakdown, the way you break things down and
Yes.
educate it. It's like it's simplified instead of making it all complicated. You watch your videos, and I'm like, see, we can do this. It ain't hard.
No, I like it. I
People.
appreciate the kind words there too, because I mean, it doesn't have to be hard, right? Like you can definitely get in your head, and kind of like the fear can hold you back, but it, you know, you get it down to its basics, and then it's you know, it's doable. It's doable. Okay. And then, like, why should someone listening take action now?
Because that's the biggest step. Is you got to take action. You keep doubting yourself, like, okay, wait, we don't have this yet, or we don't have that yet, or we're not ready. It's like 6 months from now, you're going to keep on saying that, and someone else is already, who believed in themselves, made the move, and they're moving forward, and they're less educated or whatever on it, but because they just took the step to move forward, they're succeeding. It's like, man, you can do it. Anybody can do it.
And what got me too is just thinking, like, if I'm not doing it, somebody else is. You know, so I just wanted to be that person who's doing it.
I like that perspective. If it's not you, it's someone else. So why not be you? You know, why not get started now? Like 6 months is a long time, and like y'all are gonna knock out this deal in 6 months. So like, do you want to wait 6 months and have nothing to show for, or do you want, you know, wait 6 months and have, you know, plus 30K in the bank account and a deal under your belt, you know?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's huge. Yeah. Okay. Well, again, I do appreciate y'all hopping on here, sharing your story. This is just like the first milestone of your journey so far, and you know, exciting to see how far you guys have gone. And again, I think it's been only a couple months. I don't think it's been that long. Has it been, you know, that we've been working together?
Right.
Yeah. Well, any final thoughts? Anything else like y'all wanted to share as we kind of wrap up here?
Well, for you, thank you for being available and, you know, being awesome, and your program has helped it push us to just do it. And other than that, we're excited, and you know, this is just our first one, and hopefully many more to come. But being that this is our first deal, we're just focusing on this one right now, and then once we get closer to wrapping this one up, we're going to be jumping on another. So
exciting stuff. Yeah, and I know with you guys, like, you want to both do this full time, so it's definitely within the plan, within the horizon. If y'all just, you know, keep doing this and deal after deal, and and
then quit our jobs and do this full time.
There we go. Yeah. We'll get there sooner than you think, honestly.
Yep.
Cool. Yeah. Cool. Well, I do appreciate y'all hopping on. Thanks so much. Thanks for sharing your journey.
Yes, thank you, Victor.
Thank you.